Weasley sweater. That's actually a great idea. And it could be like hanging here. Hey everyone, welcome to my new video. I wanted to create a little bit of a Christmas surprise for you, and recently on the Discord we did a stream where I basically went through my whole preparation process and sketching. That's the part that's missing from my YouTube videos. It's the process I write about every week on Patreon and newsletter, but this time I went through this live, and we went through whole process, like picking references, organizing them, and then sketching the layout. And this week's diorama, this week's design is a direct result of this process, and a lot of members contributed to the creative there. So it was really interesting experience, and I basically took the stream and cut it down from 2 hours to like half an hour YouTube video, so you get to see some of the process as well here. And I really hope you will enjoy this, and if you do, please don't forget to leave that like, and if you're new around here, hit that subscribe for some more Blender process videos, tutorials, and all the good stuff. And now, without further ado, let's create some sketch, and Merry Christmas everyone. So yeah, welcome everyone. I wanted to do this for a long time now, kind of like the Xmas special, get cozy a little bit here in the Discord, closed up chat, no Twitch, no anything, just us here in the community, so we can have some fun, get creative a little bit, talk about stuff. Yeah, and Nico has the band hammer. So as I was saying last time, I wanted to do like a walkthrough through my every week process before I even start modeling, and I write about it quite a lot in like Patreon and newsletter and all that stuff, but I never actually did a video on this, how I actually approach things, how the project starts. So that's what this is about basically. I will go ahead, we have a theme every week. I come up with like these weekly themes, and it always starts here where I go and go ahead, gather some references, figure out what to do, and then basically just do whole kind of research, organize that stuff, and then create a sketch. So that's something I want to do right now, live. I have nothing ready, basically, and I want to do the Harry Potter theme. For the Christmas, I always kind of like choose some main topic I'm going with in the Christmas week. Sometimes it's like an outside scene, sometimes it's indoor, and this time I want to do like a cozy indoor stuff again, but this time I want to mix it up with like the wizarding world, and I want to do the Gryffindor common room with Christmas decorations, and Christmas tree and gifts and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. So let's just jump ahead, and I will open my browser here and switch this. So yeah, basically what I do each time, I just fire up the good old Google Images first. I work a lot with Pinterest. That's like my main repository where I gather these things, most of all because every time I want to share it with you. So each time I come up with the theme, I share the Pinterest board, because that's the easiest way how to share it, and most of all you can click through those images and find the author of these images. That's like very important to me, so each of these inspiration pieces can be tracked to its like original post. So that's why I use Pinterest as like an intermediary mood board, but then I use PureRef to organize things. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And basically I already started just by like entering Gryffindor common room here, and let's see what the internet has to offer. And I really like this one as first. I think it kind of like has all the things that I want to have there, and I really like a little bit of the green stuff here, and it can be like easily replaced with garlands. So I think this is the one I'm gonna start with here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and let's create the board. Gryffindor Xmas. So this is how I start basically, and yeah, let's just go ahead and find some more images that look great. The great thing is that this year the Harry Potter game came out, or rather the Hogwarts game, and there are a lot of environments, a lot of great stuff. They were really like punctual with the depiction of the Hogwarts castle, so it's really like a gold mine if you want to do this stuff. If you want to do stuff from Harry Potter. Yeah, let's just save this. I really like the colors, you know, the carpet visuals there, and I like this globe there, so let's do this one as well. Yeah, this will be maybe a little bit boring in the beginning, like, you know, just going and clicking through stuff, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Yeah, I really love Lego stuff. If I see like Lego scenes, I get them immediately because these are like a great way to stylize and synthesize things, and somebody already did that for you, and you get to see like the important stuff there without like any realistic textures or something like that. So that's why I always go for Legos. For example, this is brilliant because right away, like, you could go ahead and build diorama like this from the get-go. I would do probably some changes, like making the furniture larger and, you know, updating the scale a little bit to make some things more visible. But I love this right away. This is cool. Nico, where more Lego? Yeah. There's of course some AI stuff probably, and a lot of it. But you know what, like, AI generated things can be a great inspiration if you can like filter out some things there. They're getting better and better. So I don't shy away from like saving those as well. And definitely not shy away from like creating my own, like going into some generator and create some like inspiration images before I start modeling. Sometimes it can give you like that nice boost that you need. Okay, I think we'll have enough in terms of like the movie and set reference. Yeah, this is totally enough. So let's now shift the focus and find some like illustration. Because this was just purely for like the layout and the object reference and stuff like that. But now I want to actually see different authors, how they imagined this to be and how they portrayed it. So for example, something like this looks really cute, even though this might not be like the Gryffindor thing, or probably it is, I don't know. There's like a banner here with H, so yeah, and it says it's Gryffindor common room, so probably it is. After I'm done like with the references, I want to go and explore like a little bit of textures as well. And there are a lot of these portraits and paintings in these, and like the AI is a great way to get that filler content and not like worry about the sources. So for example, like the wizard cards, I used it on that in my recent design, or yeah, like video game covers or posters and stuff like that. That's the stuff I recently created mostly with AI to kind of like place it around the design. I like to go and use this feature to find more ideas for the board directly by Pinterest. And here I just go crazy, like I go ahead and just click the pins if I like something, and I will filter it out later anyway, so this way I can really get my hands on interesting material that I have, you know, might have missed. Okay, so Pinterest isn't offering us that much at the moment, so let's see. Okay, and then maybe some actual reference for the... Hey, what's that? What's up? You bored yet? And who was it? Yeah, this is another one of mine, but I think it might help us to kind of like include for the like style reference. So because this will probably like fall into the series of these, so and that's another stuff, like when I create something, I kind of like always figure out if I want to continue some kind of stylistic series or thematic series, and if yes, then I include my own references as well, so I kind of stay in those boundaries a little bit. Some of the textures and materials that I will need in Blender, I do this sometimes before I sketch, just to make sure I can actually pull it off. So for example, I'm pretty sure we'll need like a Gryffindor banner or something, and if I don't want to use like existing one just from like Google Images or anything, the good thing to do is just to go to DALL-E, for example, and try to generate something like that. So yeah, I think this will be fine. And another thing I like to do is to go ahead and, for example, search for some materials, but that's more for like when I'm sketching and I already like imagine what kind of materials I will do. I always like to find them beforehand, so I don't stumble when I'm creating. Okay, let's try to make something out of this. And here I'll just grab PureRef. After I go ahead and collect all of these references, then I basically just grab them here and organize them so I have it available, because there's a lot of clutter here in Pinterest and the scale is weird and I would have to like click through, and with the PureRef it will be much better to see things even for you, so don't worry about the quality. This will get better momentarily. Yeah, so we have some reference board, and as I said, like these are mostly as a stylistic references of what I want to build and how it should look like. What I like to do is to basically pick few that are like closest to what I want to do. So I think this one and here this one are the closest to what I want to get in terms of like the feeling and having all the different objects in and everything. So, and then we can kind of like search for details. And what I like to do there is to create that like a palette of details. Yeah, this is looking horrible, like horrible, but there's a broom So what I like to do is to just copy this and then crop the detail and put it aside. So I won't be using iPad this time. Okay, this is fine. Let's go full screen. So you actually see what's happening here. Okay, and yeah, let's like scaffold room. By the way, this is like tenfold worse than iPad, so excuse my sketching today. I was doing this a lot with pencil, an actual pencil, like for years. But lately I kind of defaulted back to iPad to have the ability to kind of do like quick adjustments, erase a lot of stuff, and do much faster iteration because I'm really like tight on time. And yeah, let's try to lay it out. So let's do the fireplace first with the furniture. I think that's like the most important thing. So the first, I'll probably need to have the like the main things. So the main challenge here is basically do the stuff while at the same time not do the stuff, if it makes sense. So I don't like this at all. So now I will do the thing I do a lot. I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, I think this is like a good start here in terms of proportions. But now I guess the sofa should be like only, it should be pointing this way. Do you think like 2 tables are too much? But then like it would miss probably like a spot to leave things, because I want like a wand here and a set of books, probably, you know, glasses. And stuff like that, to have like a little spot with some details here in the front next to the tree, and then here we could have like a part of the carpet visible. Weasley sweater, that's actually a great idea, and it could be like hanging here. I'm really thinking about that second window. I don't know what to do right now. Let's see, since we are digital, we can just easily settle things like that, and I can just try it out. Like coming back to it, how? Like refine it, or like after I'm done modeling in Blender? Probably not, because that's like really a detail that can get fixed in modeling. Like the goal of this is to get everything ready for modeling, so I don't have to think too hard when you know, creating the layout in Blender. But then I do like the whole spiel again with the references and everything. So I basically block out the room, model some basic stuff, and then for example when I go to model the chessboard, I go and look for another references for the chessboard pieces and for the chessboard itself. And then for the window I might go and look at 3 different like Gothic window types and decide in Blender to do something else. So yeah, I try to get as close as possible here, and a lot of times it's how it's looking in the end. But like anything goes, but I don't go back to sketch like for like the sketch sake. I just leave it like that. Yeah, yes, yes, you just need to move on. What I would suggest, you basically need to give yourself a deadline, which is something that helps me even to a detriment in some cases, because I like to keep my schedule weekly. So for example, now if I finish the sketch, I have tomorrow and like Wednesday to finish the whole thing, and then I need to move on. I need to produce the tutorial, I need to create newsletter, I need to write the whole story, and all these things I do every week kind of force me to keep the process as minimal as possible while maximizing the result. So I'm forced to leave it and move on. And if I'm unsatisfied with something, I always remember that, and next time I'm doing something similar, I always remember that I wanted to do something differently or better maybe, and improve on the next piece basically. So that's like the advantage of doing a lot of work. You get to forget that you don't like something too much, or you don't need to go and refine every possible detail and make it perfect, because you just move on to the next part and try to make it better next time. The sketch should help you, it shouldn't slow you down, definitely. Okay, so what do you think? Which version is better? Double window or like a little bit more space for the wall? I don't know, I kind of like the double window as well. It's maybe more Hogwartsy, castle-y, but at the same time, there's a good point with the symmetry. Like breaking the symmetry helps here probably, but I would need to make this a little bit wider. So probably go with like full 3 rows here, or the columns for the window, and then maybe like just doing like 2 portraits here. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it could go like this. But it's always the rough part where I play with the layout a lot, and then I do like a second draft. Better? Okay, cool. Yeah, might be just a little space here on the side with maybe a little bit of furniture here. And yeah, I quite like it. Maybe this table could be shifted a little bit. Oh, parchment and quill, definitely. Yeah, it might be like here, or there are like these papers and parchments, and a little quill here. Round table. Let me scroll back a little bit. Yeah, it could be a round table, definitely. Yeah, probably would give a little bit more variety here, like if we do this rounded. We have some books already, some lights. The lights will probably go here. By the way, this will probably be already better than if I'd done it myself, because there were a lot of like ideas floating around. For example, if you mentioned the sweater, that's not my idea at all. So a lot of these small things. So this is basically really collective effort after all. Okay, and you know what? I think we have enough rough details. So what I do next is basically just drag down the opacity for the whole thing and start over. And do like a detail sketch. At least that's what I like to do on the iPad. This here with the pen display and Photoshop is really getting uncomfortable, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it to like a high fidelity. And also like Procreate has these shortcuts where I can do like straight lines. Oh, so maybe I can do these here as well, but I need to disable opacity here. Yeah, I can use Shift to create like these straight lines. Okay, maybe I'll just do like quick go around with these, and then because this will be mostly like focusing on getting this like much more detailed, or maybe not detailed, that's probably the wrong word, like more refined in terms of like proportions and how everything looks and where it is, because that really rough sketch can hide some things, so it's always a good idea to kind of just go around and try to nail like the smaller scale of things. Thank you. I'm super happy we were able to kind of get together last minute like this, because I really wanted to do this, and you know, it was getting really close to Christmas, so it was like today or never. Cool. I'm glad you liked it though. Yeah, I would definitely love to do more. Like, I enjoyed the Twitch streams last year, but I had to prioritize a lot. I still have to. I don't draw too much in Photoshop, so excuse my poor lines. Over the recording process, you mean the Blender recording, or like just like the live stream instead of like sitting down and recording something like this? Probably for this type of thing, I enjoyed this more than I would like recording this on my own and trying to explain what I'm doing. Like, it's easier with Blender because that's quite straightforward. Like, it's much more technical, and you kind of just talk a lot about shortcuts and what to do and when. And this is a little bit different, so I think it's definitely better to like chat and maybe do this collaboratively like we did just right now. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed this. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could probably like put the similar value into like half an hour video if I pre-scripted it a little bit, pre-recorded. But where's the fun in that? Yeah, definitely Q&A is great here. And it makes sense. But I feel like this kind of format would get depleted quite quickly. Like doing it like this for like a yearly special feels great, but I don't know if it would be interesting multiple times. Yeah, this one is Huion as well. Yeah, the Kryta might have been a better choice for this, to be honest, now that you talk about it. I totally forgot about that one. I used it before. Okay, and now this is just messed up. Yeah, totally. 16 is quite large. If you like use it as a full pen display in front of you, for example, for sculpting or like detailed painting, that's another thing. I think that's like quite advantage to have. Yeah, a lot of rinse and repeat. Yeah, but this is totally different from the Procreate on iPad. Totally. Even from pencil on paper, like I feel like I can do much better lines with like a regular pencil than this. Oh, yeah, that looks interesting. I don't like too much like contraptions around me. I tend to not use them, and then they just stack away somewhere in the storage. Okay, you know what? I will probably wrap things up here. Just finish like the main scaffolding with the wall. It's midnight already. And it was kind of, I expected to do like a 2-hour stream. That's totally okay. Okay, but I'll definitely finish this probably in the morning, and then I'll create a weekly theme anyway. I'll share the sketch, the finished sketch with you there, so we can just continue, and then you can just go ahead and create something as well. Cool, so let me just bring this forward a little bit. So yeah, this is what we had here. And yeah, pretty simple thing, like we didn't do any like rocket science here. I basically just collected few images and like picked some stuff to make. So oh, you see my icons. You saw my icons. I feel naked. Yeah, you were quick, like it was just a split second while I was switching the OBS. Yeah, I definitely still have League of Legends installed, but I haven't played it like for months, and before maybe 2 years straight, so I would basically just troll if I go in and play right now. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. It was great. It's the thing I imagined doing last year, so I'm really happy I finally got around to it and made something like this. Yeah, well, I will probably finish this on iPad. I suspect like I'll try to export this and import as a layer in Procreate, and the Procreate is basically recording anyway, so it can be exported as a time lapse. So that's something I would do in the end with the video. Perfect. Looking forward to it. Yeah, but I will hold you up to this. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, that's the thing to do. Yeah, chill out a little bit during the holidays and like grow on something different, refresh. Cool. So yeah, that's it, boys and girls. It was a blast. I really had a lot of fun. Let's do this again sometime, like maybe not so festive, but like casual, maybe in Blender, you know, like a sequel to this or something. Yep. Yeah, have a great night, everyone. Rest of the day, morning, wherever you are. See you in the Discord.